Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Hairsa, also known as the Hairsa Way. Yes, I am wearing my glasses for the very first time on camera here on YouTube. I do this all the time on my Instagram stories, but for YouTube, I've never filmed with my glasses on. Also, I did get a facial today, so my skin, first of all, I'm not wearing any face makeup. My skin is a little bit redder and more irritated, so I only wore brows, eyes, and lips. So yeah, if you guys notice any irritation on my skin is because of the facial. It always happens, especially on a first day, because there's a lot of extractions going on and everything. Today though, I have a very exciting collab for y'all. My very second collab with Magdalena at Magical Multichrome Tour. Listen, Magdalena is excellent at everything she does. She does the most beautiful looks and BYOPs on Instagram and on YouTube. The way she talks, describes, and swatches single eyeshadows is just truly to die for. She is just amazing at everything she does. Today we're going to be talking about the first 12 indie shimmer single eyeshadows that we would buy were we to lose our whole entire collection, which God forbid. Oh my God, I can't even imagine that kind of scenario. We were inspired by a collab that Catherine B. Beauty and Seeking Shifts, aka Catherine and Riley, did, I believe 2 years ago. I will link both of their videos down below. So I was like, this would be a great idea to do. I'm very curious to see Magdalena's choices. And I will tell you this about the logic that I went with. I looked at all of my eyeshadow palettes that I have and I was like, what kind of shimmers am I missing in these palettes? And that's basically the logic that I went with. And I kind of divided my 12 choices between brands, because there's definitely brands that I would definitely go for immediately. So again, we're assuming that at any time I'm purchasing these, they would be available, right? Because this is, again, just an imaginary scenario. I'll be showing these shadows with this tool right here. This is the pan puller from Devinah. Full disclosure, I've received this in PR from the brand. Yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. These are the 3 shadows I would get from Touch of Glam. This is one of them. Oh, finally, I'm able to capture that green shift. Sorry. I didn't even tell y'all the name, but I am, for the first time ever on camera, able to capture the shift on this one. This is Witch Bitch Magic, and it's a deep purple with that green shift you finally see. I'm finally able to capture it on camera. Oh my God. I am so shocked and truly happy. As you can see, I have a pretty big dip on the shadow. I don't really have a dark purple on any of my palettes, especially this kind of tone. So I knew, honestly, I'm aware that most of the shimmers that I would get are dark shimmers. So for me, that wasn't, it wasn't that challenging in that aspect of it. But yeah, this is a gorgeous deep purple. There's not many deep purples quite like this one out there. Sure, you guys are not shocked by this other one too. It's Britney Bitch, also from Touch of Glam. I'm talking about Touch of Glam. This is a gorgeous deep red. As you can see, it has a very dark base. See, when I turn it that way, oh my God, I can't believe the shifts are getting captured so well on camera today. I am in love with this. And as you can see, it's filled with multi-colorful sparkles. You guys know that this is a very unique shadow already in my collection. I've swatched it on my YouTube so many times, and I of course had to go for this one. I have nothing like this in other singles, let alone palettes. So of course would be immediately one of the very first few shadows that I would replace. But certainly not least, from Touch of Glam, I would immediately get a holo. I don't really have any holos in palettes. I don't think so. Maybe even if I do, it might be 1 or 2, and that's me being very generous. But this is Soul Holo. It's a gorgeous, I would call this, I know it looks blue on camera, but there is some purple to it. Honestly, it's kind of like a denim-y blue kind of shadow. It definitely has a lot of purple tendency to it, but it's not a purple. I love Touch of Glam holos. I love holo shadows in general, and Touch of Glam holos I think are the best ones. They're not gritty. They just feel like a normal eyeshadow. Like when you touch them or apply them to the eye, they just feel just like a regular eyeshadow. It doesn't feel gritty. The holo doesn't sit on top. Yeah, I freaking love this one. And yeah, I of course had to go with the holo, and I'm like, this was a hard choice because I have quite a few holos from Touch of Glam. I'm like, which one? Which one should I get out of all of them? Honestly, this answer could change if you ask me on another day, but I'm filming it today, so Soul Holo it is today. These are the shadows I would get from Shine by SD. This one, a favorite, you guys know, this is Purple Rain. I freaking love Purple Rain. I truly, even within my single collection, I have nothing like Purple Rain. This is a gorgeous lavender purple with a lot of green in it. Oh, look at those shifts. Oh, this is such a good eyeshadow. Truly a very sultry eyeshadow. I just love her very much. I know I would want to have Purple Rain immediately. Like, God forbid, I don't ever lose her. Even when I get asked, what is one of your favorite, like, Shamba the shadows? Purple Rain. Immediately. Like, I just love it so freaking much. And I think it's a very well-known fact that I love this freaking shadow. This is another favorite. This is Electron from their jeweled multichrome collection. I know that Magdalena also really likes this eyeshadow. This is a gorgeous indigo. This is one of my most vivid indigos in my collection, and it has a very prominent, you see it here, like reddish kind of shift. It's so gorgeous. I don't have anything this deep or this vibrant in my collection. Like, this immediately catches the eye. That's how gorgeous of a shadow it is. Truly obsessed with her. Again, nothing like it in any of my eyeshadow palettes, so of course I have to replace her immediately. Last but certainly not least is Rustic Ruse. This is in collab with Shine the X Glam Smitty. This was their Valentine Day collection from last year, 2024. Oh my God, these shadows are getting captured so beautifully. I'm loving this. I don't know what's going on with my lighting today. Something good is going on, that's for sure. But as you can see, this is a gorgeous deep olive green with a bunch of pink shimmer that just creates one of the most beautiful and most unique eyeshadows in my collection. I would very confidently say that out of the 6 shadows from that collection, this is definitely my top favorite. I love quite a few others too, but I think this has to be my favorite because it's so unique. Again, I have nothing like this, not even in my single collection, let alone in palettes. So of course I had to go with this one. God, it's so gorgeous. It's just so well done. Honestly, don't see many olive shimmers out there, but this one is just the only one you need, honestly. And these are my 3 Devinah shadows. First one being, say it with me, this is Boom Sour. This is the only iridescent from my whole 12 that I would get first list. So spoiler alert, this is the only iridescent, but it's the only iridescent that I would replace first because there is nothing like this one in any of my palettes. Quite a few highlighters here and there, so like I can see those being substitutes for iridescents. They're nowhere near as like, you know, intense because they're meant for the cheeks, but you know, in a pinch I would have to go with more urgent needs, right? Boom Sour though is very unique in my collection, palette and highlighter, because I have nothing this like aqua, tealy, bluey, and a little bit of purple kind of shift going on. This, even in some harsh angles, goes a little pink on my cheeks too. Like, it's such a versatile and crazy shifting kind of eyeshadow. I love it. You guys know I love it. It's one of my favorites. I am sure you guys are sick of me talking about it. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a first replace. Second eyeshadow I would get from Devinah would be Butter Pucker. And this is a gorgeous pastel soft, yes, SAWFT yellow. I love Butter Pucker. This is such an underrated, beautiful shadow in Devinah's catalog. Honestly, I feel like yellow shimmers in general are pretty underloved and underrated. I feel like people prefer yellow mattes over yellow shimmers, and we got to change that, folks, okay? Yellow shimmers, especially true pastel yellow shimmers, are absolutely gorgeous. And yeah, I have nothing like this in my collection. I look throughout my palettes and I have white shimmers that lean a little yellow or white gold or, you know, soft golds, but nothing like this. Nothing like a true canary pastel yellow like this one. So yeah, I of course would love to replace it. One thing about Butter Pucker that is just so unique is that it's very layerable with blues and greens. Like, there's something about the shimmers in it that lean a little green or a little blue. It's just so gorgeous. It's truly very unique. And yeah, I love this one, and I have to put y'all on it too. And the third shadow from Devinah has to be a deep blue, of course. This is a Hairstyle Wave video after all. This is 347. This is from their Lavo collection. You guys know I love that collection because all 4 shadows in that collection are all deep shimmers. Yes, this is a very predictable choice. I mean, this is a gorgeous deep blue. While yes, I have deep blues in my eyeshadow palettes, there's nothing like this one. This is such a gorgeous, a true deep blue. I love this one on the eyes. It's just so magical. I don't know. I mean, you guys know I love darker blues. Like, I mean, that's not you know, a shock or surprise or a secret to anyone. This was a tough choice because I have quite a few good single blue shimmers, but I know I can rely on this one at all times. It's such a good eyeshadow. What you see on the pan is what you get. It's just a gorgeous dreamy blue. What can I say? And these are the two eyeshadows I would get from Pretties for Your Face. First eyeshadow is Eclipse, and this one is such an interesting eyeshadow. While it appears pretty blue on the pan, this leans very aqua and teal when swatched or on the eye. It's such an interesting eyeshadow, and I have no tealy aqua shimmers such as this one in my palette, so of course I had to go with this one. Very intense. This is very intense, very sparkly, and pretty chunky. I don't mind a chunky eyeshadow as long as it smooths out well and doesn't leave a weird gray cast. I don't mind chunkier or more flaky eyeshadows. This one is gorgeous. I feel like Pretties for Your Face has so many hidden gems in their catalog, but yeah, this one is one I have to have. And this was a hard choice because, as you guys saw, I only picked 2 shadows from Pretties for Your Face. I wish I could do more, but again, I'm very limited in my numbers. But yeah, I love this one. Highly recommended, again, if you don't mind flakier eyeshadow. And the second one is a shadow you guys have already heard about. This is Charged from Pretties for Your Face. I love this particular formula. This is a blackened green is the best way I can describe it because the base is very deep and it's filled with these beautiful jewel toned green sparkles that shift between a purple a little bit and a blue. It's just so gorgeous and so unique. It's truly a true jewel toned shadow. I was torn between this one and Andromeda, which is the blue version of this, but I had to go with this one. I wish they could make this formula in more colors because I would be all over it. It's so good, and it's their typical, like, you know, drier formula. It's not flaky or hard to work with. It's so easy layerable on top of other shadows. I just love this one. And yeah, I didn't really have a deep green in any of my selection, well, except that olive shimmer, but that's different. But yeah, this one is just so gorgeous. Truly a unique shadow even within my collection of singles. We pretty much have 11 eyeshadows right now, and my 12th one is just one singular one. This is Escape Velocity from Quicksand Cosmetics. This, very similarly to Eclipse from Pretties for Your Face, is very flaky and very intense. As you can see, it's a fiery orange. There's not only yellow undertones in it, but also pink. There's a pinkiness to this orange. It's truly very gorgeous. I love this one. And I have to say, just like with yellows, I find orange shimmers difficult to find in eyeshadow palettes. I don't really have any orange shimmers in eyeshadow palettes, you guys. Like orange mattes, plenty, but orange shimmers, not as many. Not as many. Again, it's mostly like golds that lean a little orange or coppery, but not real oranges, like real fiery oranges like this one. So interesting. And again, let's change that, okay? Oranges and yellows deserve to be loved in shimmer eyeshadow form too, okay? They're very gorgeous, and I love this one. This is very sparkly, very flaky, very intense, but beautiful on the eyes. I love this one. It was really hard to pick just one from Quicksand, and Quicksand doesn't really have a catalog like that you always can find the same eyeshadows, but I know that Escape Velocity comes back quite often. I would say it's one of the more consistent shadows in their collection. So yeah, Escape Velocity, what a beauty. I love this one. I am truly in love with this fiery orange. And brands, if you're out there, please, more oranges in palettes. And yeah, these were my 12 choices, you guys. Please do not forget to check Magdalena's video out. I'm very curious to see her choices. I'm very curious to see how they compare to mine. Also, I'm very curious to hear what 12 eyeshadows you guys would first repurchase in this terrible imaginary scenario. Do let me know what you thought about my choices, if you're surprised by any of them. My suspicions are you were not. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!